Welcome to Milk and Cookies, episode 12, More McConnell's. So we'll start out by going through the rankings.
America's favorite ice cream flavors from the International Dairy Food Association, our old friend. They don't realize how much they need us as consultants. They consider flavors like, I'm not kidding here, they're like new flavors like butter pecan and chocolate chip cookie dough. I'm sorry, come again. New flavors?
Yeah, new.
Justin. The top flavors in May 2024 surveys. Vanilla, number 1. Chocolate, number 2. Strawberry, number 3. Butter pecan, curveball, number 4. Chocolate chip cookie dough, number 5. Cookies and cream, 6. Mint chocolate chip, 7. Just plain chocolate chip, 8. And Rocky Road, 9. Peanut butter / peanut butter cup, 10. That's their top 10.
There is, by the way, a statistically 0% chance mint chocolate chip and chocolate chip cookie dough are less popular than butter pecan. That's
Right.
that's not true.
Well, this is where I started to be like, wait, what? It says vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry are the ice cream flavors most often included in America's top 5 list. However, mint chocolate chip rounds out the top 3 when respondents are pressed for their number 1 favorite, which is like an interesting differentiation that a little bit confuses me. Like, what did you ask people originally then?
Tell us
Because
your top 5 without ranking them, maybe?
maybe because then if you just ask people like, what's your number 1 flavor? Vanilla still comes in at 1, chocolate at 2, and then mint chocolate chip at 3, butter pecan at 4, still cookies and cream, strawberry, cookie dough, Rocky Road coffee.
I don't know any. When was the last time you were in a scoop shop and someone was like, yo, give me the butter pecan? I've literally never heard anyone order that.
Only you back in the day. I think either the world needs us or the International Dairy Association needs us or both. Because like if you are just saying that vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry are your top favorite you're not even alive. Those aren't flavors.
Yeah, those are the 3 base options, more or less. Sweet cream without the
Right.
vanilla bean in there, you know.
Right. I mean, what are they even asking? It's like another language.
It's all right. One day,
Right.
I will
We're
say,
spreading the
Lucy,
good word.
well, this is episode 12. All right, so we're 3 months into this, and I'm like, I am a fucking ice cream. Like, I am like, I'm not.
I think we are.
So our 3 flavors today from McConnell's, which we've been sitting on because you went on your little Boston trip: double peanut butter chip, brownies, cookies, and fudge. The third one is Garrison Brothers whiskey and pecan pralines in no particular order. Which one should we start with?
How do we approach? Because those are strong.
They're all rich. Let's read the descriptions. The double peanut butter chip, thick and creamy peanut butter folded into peanut butter infused Central Coast grass-fed milk and cream, alongside shards of melted bittersweet chocolate. God, give the marketing people a raise. And then it says, a moment of silence for all other peanut butter-based ice creams. Brownies, cookies, and fudges, McCee's own house-baked brownies and chocolate chunk cookies folded into lightly salted organic sweet cream and topped with swirls of delicious organic gooey chocolate fudge. Whew. Garrison Brothers whiskey and pecan pralines in collaboration with our buddies at Garrison Brothers, Texas' oldest and finest legal bourbon distillery. There were older ones, but they were not legal.
That's what I was wondering.
Smooth, sweet, smoky, and spicy Texas straight bourbon married to Central Coast milk and cream and topped off by delicious buttery salt roasted caramel coated pecans. Holy
Nice.
cow.
Let's do brownies.
Okay.
Whiskey peanut butter or no?
No, I think
Okay,
that's right.
okay. We should eventually make some dice that we roll or like a wheel of fortune to like see who goes first.
Do you have your
Oh my
new
God.
spoon?
Oh! I'm slammed.
Yo, but this scoop, I took it out. It's nice. Feel how heavy that is in the hand?
Nice peltability.
You could take somebody down with this.
You
Feel
could
that?
get a watermelon with this.
Dude, yeah.
This is like a weapon.
For $8.99 or whatever that thing costs.
That hurts.
And then shovel spoons. Phenomenal.
Harry, this is excellent. What shape are you using?
I'm using the pointy trowel. I thought the flat one would be a little
Ah!
less. Yeah, you need the rounded tip rather than the square. Show a square one just so people can
Did
see.
you? Holy.
Isn't that amazing for a morsel
Please.
mining? If you're doing a little morsel mining.
Little dual action.
Yeah. Spubble.
A spoon tune.
A spoovel.
A spoon.
All right, so
All right.
brownies, cookies, and fudge. So this one's
This is
organic.
another organic, like the
just any
hazelnut
old.
latte.
Cracking her open.
I love that it's their own house baked brownies.
Yeah.
And chocolate chunk cookies. Wait, so is this going to be the same cookie that's in
We
sea
can
salt cookies and cream?
only hope.
Oh,
First bite. Mm-hmm.
wow, it's so milky.
I think yes.
Ooh,
Oh, that's good.
ooh.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second.
I can't wait. I would. Yo, this is real
Yo.
good. It's like sea salt cream and cookies, but brownies instead of salt.
No, but it is sea salt cream and cookies plus brownies because it's salted and it's got the other, like
Mm-hmm.
the sea salt cream and cookies cookie in there too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm frightened.
I mean, that is,
This is a contender.
it's a fucking contender. It may be in the Pantheon. Did you see
This is in the Pantheon.
I made a Pantheon tab on a spreadsheet. It's all
Yeah.
cookie flavors. I'll be honest with you. I was gonna put other stuff in there. I was like,
Why?
yeah.
For what?
So in the Pantheon, let me bring it up.
I think this has to go in there. Maybe we should wait a week to make sure, but
We should have a rule where you have to give it a couple days. It can only enter the Pantheon on your second eating. The Pantheon so far is the SCC, Double Dough, Marshmallow Sky, and Milk and Cookies. A real
what about
varied.
what about triple dough?
Oh, I put Double Dough, but yeah, Triple Dough.
This could probably X out SEC because it's plus.
Mm-hmm.
Or they could be a slash.
And I
Except
think,
this one's organic.
I think you got to have a slash for Marshmallow Sky and Milk and Cookies, just depending on what kind of mood you're in.
Okay. Wait a second. I think I'm gonna get my SEC out
Okay.
because I think I taste a difference in
This
the
isn't-
organic
Oh, really?
vanilla, like for science.
You got another one. I was like gonna say, what the hell? I could have swore you polished that off within like
Almost.
48 hours.
This was my damage yesterday, and
Dude,
then you'll have ice cream
the
again.
salt is what keeps you going in there for me. And that one to me is much more salty.
This one's much saltier. Okay. They are different.
They are different. Same family.
No slash. Wow. That is so good. It makes me giggle.
I'm jealous.
I'm sorry. I think the base of this, as soon as I started eating it, I was like, wow, that's so.
It's
it
so good.
tastes like a glass of milk. And I wonder if that's the organic.
I would assume that all of their base cream ice cream is organic and that the only difference is the stuff being put in there.
This is not organic. If you put organic on your label, everything in it has to be organic.
Yeah, I guess so.
This just says sweet cream ice cream. This says organic.
Okay. All right. I take it
I
back.
could be crazy, but I really do taste.
This is a fine product. I'm not sure how to differentiate really in my ratings between a 9 and a 10. Most of the time I'm eating something, I either love it, it's fantastic, and I don't know how to like, oh, it's really good, but it's not quite as, you know what I mean?
I think all those berry flavors, those are nines.
But that's just because you don't like berries. So then if you get somebody who doesn't love chocolate chip cookie dough, they're not going to like anything in that Pantheon. I don't think this is super unique necessarily, because I think there are
It could
like,
be like a 6 unique, I think.
okay, give it a 6 unique. Ingredient quality is a 10 for all
10.
McConnell's, organic and not.
I think the non maybe can get a 9 and they're organic. Like maybe
That's
we
true.
should save
That's
10
true.
for organic.
Yeah, that's true.
I got it. Okay, I'll stop.
Base texture, I would say 9. It's like right up there. I'd say McConnell's is only behind on base texture to Graders. And then texture and flavor.
I think 10 because that really has fudge swirls and then brownie chunks and chocolate chip cookie chunks.
It's
What
so
else
good.
are you looking for?
I had high expectations for this and it met them.
Yeah.
That was superb. I have no criticisms at all.
This is just so interesting because Graders is kind of the gold standard for quality to me so far. When you bite into Graders, it is so creamy and decadent.
Yeah,
And like
it's decadent.
there's no shade to anything. This is amazing. Everything's
Amazing.
amazing, but that is a step above.
Graders
I will
is-
be shocked if one day somebody beats Graders.
The only ones that are ever going to beat Graders, I think, are going to be like little tiny scoop shops that have been there for like there's a couple companies like Handles and ones that it's like, oh, I feel like I've heard that name, and you look them up and it's like, okay, there's one location. They've been there
Right.
100 years. You cannot buy it in a supermarket. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I feel like that's the only ones where like they're going to be 150 grams, that kind of thing. But in terms of mass produced stuff that you can buy at scale, Graders is the best.
Other people can compete flavor and texture wise.
Yeah.
Both of these. This sea salt cookies and cream, I still think this is a 10.
Yeah.
I would never not recommend this to somebody.
Oh my
This is
God.
amazing.
You love fudge, you love brownies, like
This is an honesty score 10.
yeah, it's fantastic. Any emojis? Smiling.
Big smile. Something warm. There's like a coffee or a tea emoji that has the swirl,
Yeah.
the steam. It's cozy and rich. This would be another nice one to have after Christmas Day,
Mm.
between Christmas and New Year's when you need a dessert and you're tired of the cookies and cakes and things.
Had enough pie.
Exactly.
Whiskey and pecan pralines.
I'm nervous. I don't know. I'm so excited.
I've been
for it.
looking forward to this one since we got.
That's why I'm nervous.
I didn't check the last one, but this one's up over the rim. It's definitely got
Oh
a
yeah,
little.
she's up there. I was just having thoughts
Absolutely.
again about the 10-9 thing. Like it's hard because like we're not giggling and over the moon about the
Mhm.
flavor we just tried. And I'm kind of like, why not? Like it's so good, but
It
it wasn't
wasn't-
like revolutionary.
It wasn't goofy or silly like the gooey butter cake is, or absurd in any way. It was like it was like a Rolls Royce. It's just like old world comfort, luxury. It's something that you're not gonna giggle in there, but you might fall asleep. Like, you know what I mean? You might have a great nap in the back of it.
It's Kush.
Look at that.
Le swirl.
Yeah.
And
my-
she was chipped. Like she went
Chipped.
through it and she still swirled.
They put this on dry ice. Oh
What
man.
is the swirl?
Looks like caramel of some sort.
Smoky and sweet. Are we eating it? We're eating it. Oh, my thing flew.
Yo, that's really good.
Whoa,
You have to be 21 to eat this?
that is whiskey.
Yeah, there is whiskey in this. I don't know. I didn't get carded.
Wow, this is living up to expectations. That's so great.
This is excellent. Nice amount of saltiness in there too. I don't know where it's coming from precisely, but
Buttery, salt, roasted,
yeah.
and caramel coated pecan.
I know it's whiskey and not rum, but this just like reminds me of a rum cake so much. You know, got that
Aren't they
little
like the same?
whiskey and rum, are they? No, they're different.
Right.
I don't know how.
Oh, bourbon and whiskey.
Oh yeah.
This is bourbon. It says Texas straight bourbon, but it's called whiskey.
We'll have some expert let us know. Bourbon is whiskey, whiskey is bourbon, something like that. So where is the whiskey? Is the whiskey in the actual ice cream, or is it these caramel swirls?
It just says married.
Really good density on this cream too. I feel like more dense than the other McConnell's we've had somehow.
It's really creamy.
Really creamy. I really like the texture too. The pecans are great.
Where is the whiskey? Hold on.
Whiskey's
it's
everywhere.
in there. Is it swirled in the caramel? Wow. I just got
really
something
good.
really good. I don't even know what it is.
That was really good.
I got something buttery.
I'm a fan of this. It's kind of unique. I know there are other alcohol infused ice creams out there, but I haven't had one like this. This is definitely unique.
They found a really good balance too. Like it's not bitter. I like that they said, whiskey, and you're not searching around like, is there whiskey in here?
Yeah.
With no confusion. I feel like I need to keep eating it so I understand it better. There's a lot of complexity to it.
It's very complex. It's like both subtle and bold somehow at the same time. Each bite is different. I want to give it some good scores. It's not a 10 for me, but I could see how it would be a 10 for somebody. I would give this a good unique score, although let me look at our news section because Graders is coming out with one that I think is pretty similar.
I think there's caramel ribbons in here or something independent of the praline, and it's really buttery.
This is like butterscotch.
Yes, that's what it kind of tastes like.
This is very butterscotchy. I don't know what the difference between butterscotch and caramel is, but I feel like the butterscotch candies always have a little bit more of a rich edge to them compared to caramels, a little smoother. All right,
but
we'll
usually caramel and ice cream, it somehow becomes artificial tasting. This tastes like a candied caramel, a chewy caramel that you get from like Trader
it tastes
Joe's.
like a butterscotch candy. All right, so butterscotch and caramel are both made from melted sugar, but butterscotch uses brown sugar and butter, resulting in a sweeter, buttery, and toffee-like flavor, while caramel uses white sugar, leading to a richer, more complex, and slightly bitter taste. Interesting.
Okay, so I actually do think this is caramel because it's really rich.
Yeah. So base texture, we'll keep all the McConnell's at 9s pretty much. I would say they're all excellent.
Ingredients?
We gave it a 9.
It's
That was how
list, but it's nothing bad, I don't think.
Cream, milk, cane, sugar, pecan pralines, or sugar, pecans, water, butter, corn syrup. I don't like corn syrup. What can you do?
I have an aftertaste of the whiskey and I like it.
Yeah, it's really nice. I'm surprised this isn't alcoholic.
Yeah. Did I get carded for this?
Yeah, not like blown away by the texture, but it was very nice. I would give it an 8 or a 9, something in that range. 7.5.
8. 8 sounds good.
And then flavor I really liked. I didn't like it as much as the other one we just had, but I did like it in similar like 8-ish territory.
I'm thinking 8.
Very good.
Yeah. It's also tough because the quality of this is really good. It's coming from a scoop shop. It's old timey, but they are the most expensive brand along with Jenny's, I think.
Graders.
I can't remember. Whatever.
It's supposed to be part of our spreadsheet. So $8 for McConnell's in the store, and then Graders was 9.
It wasn't for me for some reason, but
I mean, for me, I could only get it at Fresh Market, and Fresh Market's like
yeah.
expensive, so it could be inaccurate.
In the store, they're all $7. 2 of them are $7.49, and one of them is $7.99. And I think it's like Jenny's and McConnell's, but it might be Jenny's and Graders. Either way, it's way, way up there. I just want to know like why you're charging that much. Why are Ben and Jerry's and Haagen-Dazs, although Haagen-Dazs is slightly less than a pint, able to charge like $3 something for like that's a few dollars difference though for like only a couple milliliters difference, I understand the organic ones.
Ingredient quality. Look, Ben & Jerry's is owned by Unilever. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. They're going to do everything they can to squeeze as much profit out of everything they can. It's possible. So I'm assuming there's a little bit more error. Not a lot of error, but a little bit more. And I bet you if we could find a nutrition label for Ben & Jerry's from before they were bought by Unilever and after, I bet you the weight went down.
Yeah, true. And this is packed full. It's really good. It's really good quality, great packaging. It's good. I'm trying to put the price in perspective. If I think, okay, this is like $8, I probably won't buy it again, even though I like it.
Oh, true. Yeah. True. I don't know if I ever would buy this one again. I think the ones that I would buy again are all the cookie flavors because that's what we like.
But
because
also,
they're the best.
But I did just try sea salt cookies and cream and that other one back to back. And like the sea salt cookies and cream is somehow, I don't know if it's the amount of salt in it or whatever the balance they've struck there. That's how a 10 should be. You're like, I don't know why this is so good, but it's better than the rest. It's better than the rest of the cookie ones.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cookie flavors. There's a lot of caramel flavors. And this is a really good one but it's probably not the best.
I think it'll be interesting too to have the individual flavor episodes where we will
Hmm.
try all of the pecan flavors we can possibly find and then just say what the best one is of them. And then it becomes less about like what we personally like and more of objectively what's the best one.
I also think you could have gotten more creative with this. It's good. Now that I'm really thinking about it in perspective of everything, I think this is a 7.
The flavor.
I'm trying to be more realistic about it.
We don't have to go back, but I would like to add an overall score for each flavor. So we can
That's
say,
kind
hey,
of what
this
I'm
is the
saying.
one.
Like overall, I think this is a 7.
Yeah, somehow, even though none of the categories were a 7, like it is overall just a 7. It doesn't need to make sense. This is our spreadsheet. We can put
I
whatever
like it.
we want on there.
If I was a consumer, which I am, I'd want to know this is a 7. Don't really, unless you just want to have every flavor around for when you have people over. You don't need this one. You could probably find something comparable.
I would say, except if you love whiskey and pecans.
And that's where what you just said about the other episode that we'll do will come in, though, because I wonder if there's a better one. Because I think you could have made that caramelly butteriness. It was my problem with the butter pecan last week, too. The base flavor wasn't contributing enough. And I think
True.
pecan, what was the other? Oh, the hazelnut. Like they're
Yeah,
both
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of soft. They
Yeah.
need something else helping them.
Yeah.
And the whiskey does help, but I don't know, something more creative for the base.
All right, double peanut butter chip. Here we come. All right, so the double peanut butter chip.
I'm
Yes,
glad
it
we
is.
waited for this one for the end. Like now I'm kind of craving peanut butter.
Works up an appetite.
Ooh, oh, that is like up to the edge.
Yeah.
Now we're in Grater's territory.
Yeah, they've done good. Graders is still over the edge the furthest.
I know you don't
Yeah.
love peanut butter as much, but look at those flecks throughout.
Oh, damn. Yours is much better flecked on the open. Mine's
Oh.
got yeah, you got way more flecks on top. I'm
Yeah,
sure they're
let's
right
see.
beneath the surface for me. Wow.
I can't get in there.
Oh.
This is, I got a cramp in my neck. Wait,
You pulled a muscle trying to get in there.
you're like, come to work injured. They're like, what happened? You're
Ah,
like,
ice cream.
I was morsel mining.
It was an incident in the mine. There was a cave in. That is so peanut butter. Peanut buttery.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that.
No?
I told you, like, I love peanut butter,
Mm-hmm.
but it's got to be not overwhelming. I don't want the whole thing to taste like peanut butter.
I mean, this tastes like a Reese's cup to me.
I mean, it's really good for what it is.
Like, if you're craving peanut butter and chocolate, you're going to fucking love this.
It's peanut butter ice cream with peanut butter and chocolate. I think the double peanut butter might have been unnecessary.
I like it. It is very, very peanut buttery.
Yeah.
I like the texture. I like it's got a little crunch.
It feels like they used natural peanut butter.
100%. I think you're right that it should have just been sweet cream base or even a vanilla bean base would have been cool with this.
Or if it was peanut butter infused, then you don't need peanut butter swirled throughout also.
But I like
That's
that.
what-
I wouldn't take that. I would not take that away because I like how crunchy the swirled throughout is. Like those little
Just
bits of
wait.
frozen peanut butter are good.
Jenny's
Mm-hmm.
peanut butter with the chocolate flecks, they have nailed it. It's
Okay.
perfect. And it's a peanut butter base, but it's not. For some reason, it feels like you don't have to pay that much attention to it. The chocolate chunks are rectangular and they're crunchy. Like these chocolate chunks are tiny, so they're not giving you crunch, so you need it from the peanut butter. Their chocolate chunks are bigger and they're very crunchy. Maybe it's because of the peanut butter. The ice cream, like I'm having a kind of hard time digging into it. And I think it's like thick from the peanut butter.
Yeah, definitely a stick from the peanut butter. The texture is interesting. I kind of like it. I haven't had the Jenny's one yet, but this is like a Jenny's type of texture to me where it's like a lot of little pieces instead
Yeah.
of chunks. So I think it's kind of interesting that Jenny's actually is the one of these two flavors that has the chunks
Yeah.
in it.
They just really struck the balance with that one.
McConnell's is very wholesome. All the ingredients are real ingredients and stuff, and it tastes like that to me. Jenny's,
Totally.
even though everything is all real ingredients, because of her essential oil background, they're so much more piercing. Her flavors are, I don't know how to describe it. They're like sharp, pointed, individual spikes of flavor, but you can still taste the individual ones. Where McConnell's is much more of like if it's like a wave, like a sine wave.
Yes.
McConnell's is much more like everything is smooth and rich and buttery.
Yes.
Whereas Jenny's is like "Cha-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta."
Like a super sharp knife, like a very, like you could see or feel the flavor on like a razor blade's edge. Gets like, zoop, it's like piercing. Piercing
Jenny's
the
is
best
a
way to
fucking
describe
katana,
it. What's a katana?
like a Japanese sword, a samurai sword,
That's great. Jenny's emoji, like, as a brand, is a samurai sword.
like a flavor samurai.
Yeah.
Which
This is like a balloon. It's just a rounded edge.
But I think it's good, and it is
It's
definitely not just high quality, but high class. This is
Yes,
a
Rolls Royce was a good analogy.
This is fancy. And like fancy to me has this element of, oh, we don't want disturbances. We don't want you to be too loud. Everyone's got to wear a tuxedo. You can't wear a yellow one. It's got to be black. At a Jenny's event, yeah, you can wear yellow. But at
Yeah.
McConnell's, you can't wear yellow. It's like a
Yeah,
black tie kind of ice cream
totally.
experience to me, where like they have a feeling that is less jazz, more classical.
It's Santa Barbara. It's very classy is a good word. I almost said safe, but it's adventurous for non-adventurous people. The people who, vanilla is their favorite flavor, like peanut butter is out there. It's like sophisticated.
It's rich. This is in the fridges of aristocracy in old
Yeah.
Europe. Should we give this thing ratings? I think that you're not loving it. I think I like it a little more than you, but we'll see where this lands.
I do like it. I do like peanut butter, and let me think one thing at a time. It's like a mental exercise to stay in my lane.
Yeah, just pick one.
Yeah, you'd think I lost it. No, okay. It's very peanut buttery, which I like, but in the world of peanut butter ice creams that I've tried, it didn't get the balance quite right.
Okay, it falls a little short.
Yeah, this was just like really peanut buttery in a way.
You're right. You're right. It should have been more chocolate, less peanut butter. Not much more, but a little more chocolate, a little less peanut butter. I think you're right. Your initial assessment that the ice cream itself should not have been peanut butter infused. That should have just been a much more neutral base. And I think that even if you don't increase the intensity of either the chocolate or the peanut butter, without that extra competition, if they're set against the backdrop of a sweet cream base, they will be more pronounced just because of that.
Right. I really like that the peanut butter in here tastes like ground nuts and oil, or ground nuts and salt, and not
for sure.
Anything
Do they
else,
not say? I mean, so peanuts. That's what. So
yeah,
peanuts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
and that's what it tastes like, and I really like that. I really respect that. I really like that. So I it tastes like our Smucker's organic peanut butter that we love. I don't want to like say too much bad about it, but I think it just slightly misses the mark. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not great. It's good. It's fine. It's a 7.
I was going to say flavor 7. The texture I enjoyed. I enjoyed 7.5. Yeah, that's probably right.
7. Yeah, 7.
There just wasn't that much going on, but 7 is a strong score. Like I think that we don't have that many like 2s and 3s and stuff because we haven't been buying like Eddie's, no offense to the frozen dessert product, because it's not ice cream, so we can't make the podcast. It's a frozen dessert product. But I think we'd have a lot more like 1s and 2s. We're just trying like mostly excellent stuff.
Yeah.
And then in comparison to the other really excellent stuff, like it's just hard. It's hard. It's tough.
Yeah.
Like you're in the you're in the NFL. Everybody's real good. Everybody was all American.
Right.
Everybody on the team won a state championship.
Everyone, exactly. I think tonight we can give this a 7. Once we start having other peanut butter flavors, this will fall to like a 6.
We should have like just initial impression scores, and then we're gonna have its in comparison score. Honestly, this is so cheap to do this for a way to describe this ice cream, but just a peanut emoji, because even though it's supposed to be like giving you some insight that you might not have otherwise had to like know if you want to try it, just peanut.
Wait a second.
Like
Wait
just
a
a
second.
peanut.
After all of your shit you gave me for wanting to put a pan. No, wait, the pancake one. Also, we had a pancake discrepancy. First I said, like pancakes. And you said, yeah, pancakes. That's a really great way to describe the pancake ice cream we just ate, Lucy. And now you're like, peanut?
But hear me out. In the ingredients list, peanuts.
There's eggs and pancakes.
There are eggs and pancakes, but I think that's a good one for this because like it's really not gonna fucking surprise you in any way. It's just peanuts.
Because it's your opinion.
If you told me, hey, peanut butter ice cream, and I ate that, I'd be like, I was just the least, in like not a bad way, the least amount of surprised that you could possibly be by that ice cream.
True. Yeah.
But like, I could not have been less surprised.
I was gonna say like the really full. Well, it's actually a pregnant person, but I use it when I'm really
full. She's very full.
Whenever I'm really full, I like text that emoji.
Text someone that, and they're like, "Oh my god, she's pregnant." You're like, "Oh no, I just had a big dinner."
It's full. It's a food baby.
Oh no, I had an early lunch.
I'll accept the peanut emoji.
All right, peanut, and
we also put a chocolate emoji, and how about an ice cream emoji?
Very full. All right, now I feel like you're mocking me.
Well, I did think for the brownie one, we should put like an ice cream sundae emoji, because when it started to like melt with the fudge, I was like, this is giving ice cream sundae.
All right, so I got some news stories.
Wait, did we conclude that? I never know when we're done rating the ice cream. We didn't.
We're done rating it when the news section starts.
We should wait. We should pause and like I'll put a little dee 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 dee.
I think you should just clip that noise that you just made, and that's our intro noise to the news segment. Is you going dee, 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 dee. News? The camera will pan and we'll like turn to a different direction, you know, when it's like the news
We'll
section.
swivel our
We'll
chairs
swivel
around.
in our chairs to
Yeah.
like the news desk. So news. I was holding back on this one because it's so pertinent. Grater's Ice Cream, the nation's oldest family-owned craft ice cream maker, has partnered with Kentucky-based New Riff Distilling to create a decadent new flavor, bourbon ball ice cream. Inspired by the classic Kentucky confection, the rich bourbon-infused treat features whiskey glazed pecans and dark chocolate chips. Very similar,
But chocolate chip in it, that's
but
different.
chocolate chip in it rather than those caramel butterscotch ribbons.
Which I do like. The more the merrier to me. I'm
The
like,
more
put
the
everything in
merrier.
there.
Chocolate, what are they? Chocolate chips and butterscotch ribbons. So
insane.
Salt and Straw is doing an upcycled ice cream. So apparently every April, the Portland-based chain partners with nonprofits to use still edible waste like cacao pulp and bruised fruits to create delicious, sustainable sweets. So every April, they release their upcycled food series where they weave 8,000 pounds of perfectly good rescued food, like bruised peaches or whatever, which ordinarily would have been in a landfill, into flavors like chocolate, malted potato chip, cupcake, and coffee and stone fruit marmalade. I thought that's a great idea.
I just think maybe they need some branding help because they gotta stop saying bruised fruit and what was the other thing?
Still edible waste. They should say like damaged or like cosmetically,
Imperfect. All they have to,
imperfect.
cosmetically imperfect fruit. And what is the other thing that is so funny? The edible waste.
Edible waste, they should not. That's an oxymoron. If
So I
it's
was like-
edible, then it's not waste.
It does sound so great. And then the flavors sounded questionable.
They do sound questionable as well, but I thought it was interesting.
What
Great.
were the two flavors again?
Chocolate malted potato chip cupcake, which sounds pretty good. And then coffee and stone fruit marmalade, which does not sound good to me.
I think they need our help also because it's a great idea. I love the idea.
Really good idea, but it could have just been like apples. They don't need like all this other stuff. Speaking of edible waste, I saw a good thing. It was like all these normal oxymorons that are used in the US, like a small crowd. There's so many more that I can't remember off the top of my head. That's stuff that you're like, oh shit, yeah,
Oh,
we do
yeah.
this every day, and that doesn't make any sense at all. Like, all right.
Good.
And the final news story for today, Cinnabon and Carvel, which is soft
Let's go.
serve, but it is ice cream. And they're proud of that. If you look on their website, they're like, we use dairy, we use cream, we use milk. It's ice cream. It's soft serve, but it's still ice cream legally. They can call it ice cream.
Because
So,
is normal soft serve not enough?
I
Is it
think
a
normal
fudge?
soft serve is not ice cream. I think normal soft serve, most
Frozen
places
dairy.
that you're getting is just some kind of frozen dairy product. I am just speculating on that. I don't have any evidence, but that's my intuition.
Okay.
Cinnabon and Carvel are teaming up for an indulgent idea and an entirely new sweet-centric store named Cinnabon Swirl. I could not be much more excited. I put some pictures. My printer is black and white, otherwise I would hold them up. But some menu highlights. The Benini, which is a Carvel vanilla soft serve inside a warm pressed Cinnabon roll. Holy shit. I got a picture of that. You can replace this segment with a, oh, look at that. Holy shit.
My God.
So we have the Benini and then another one, a cinnamon swirl sundae, which is the center swirls of Cinnabons.
Ugh.
Cinnabon rolls topped
The
with
best part.
Carvel vanilla soft serve and a caramel drizzle. God, look at that.
Shut up.
Even in black and white, I'm salivating. Underneath
That's what-
the Benini, look at that
Ugh.
puppy. My God.
That's what we're waiting for.
Hey, yo, Jenny's. Get out your notepad and
Little
start jotting down
competition.
some notes. I don't think Jenny's has missed before, so you gotta pass once in a while.
Yeah. Although, I have to say the peach is still in my fridge.
Really, I love the peaches.
I think I just don't reach for that kind of thing very much.
There's
And-
nothing wrong with that.
I like those kind of flavors though because they keep me in check. Like I stop eating it once I'm full. Other flavors catch me sick on the floor in front of my freezer,
Yeah,
crying.
the SCC is a health risk. Like if somebody
They have
was
to get a Surgeon General
yeah,
warning. at
if
the
somebody
top.
was to invade the kingdom of Lucy, you would just like bomb her with pints and she'd be done in a week. Oh, please make it stop. What a way to go. If you were going to choose how to go. How'd she go? Death by chocolate?
Also, I've been a little unsure about how to go about this, but wouldn't it be SSCC?
Sea salt, cream and
Cookies and-
cookies. SSCC, yeah.
So I wasn't gonna say
Sea
anything.
Salt, cream, and cookies.
But I
It's
think we should
4
just leave it.
words. SSCC is way less good than SCC. It just does not roll off the tongue. Like
We could call it double S, double C. That's worse. SS double C, SSCs,
SCC.
SCC. It
I,
already
I
is.
also like that it sort of sounds like the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Isn't that the same?
SEC, Securities and
Oh.
Exchange Commission. We can try Talenti. Talenti's everywhere.
Oh, Talenti.
Talenti's another Unilever company, and I've been reading online that it's still very good. It's got to have very high milk fat content, but
Right.
that it was even higher fat content and even heavier before they bought it. I just wish that when these companies made these changes, they kept their recipe and they offered like a more expensive version. Just call it private label or reserve or some shit. Just make less of it. I think there are people out there like myself and you who would pay another fucking dollar to have the premium.
I saw this great video of some sweet tea brand of this guy. He's the CEO, I think. This woman's interviewing him, and she asked him, like, you're still charging only like 83 cents a can for your
Arizona.
sweet tea. Arizona sweet tea. Like, why are you doing that? You could
Legendary.
make more money. He was like, we own everything. We make money. Why would I make something that brings people joy and comfort,
Yup.
another stress in their life that now this thing they love
Fuck
when
yeah.
I don't need it? I don't even like sweet tea. I'm about to go out and buy sweet tea because
Dude,
I want to
yes.
support that.
And I don't know if there's any evidence for this, but I want to believe that you can make as much, if not more money by being awesome. For example, Costco. Their hot dogs are $1.50. They lose money, but they make a ton of money in general. And one of the things that people love about Costco is getting a dollar slice of gigantic pizza and a dollar hot dog, or $1.50. I don't remember what they cost. They cost almost nothing, and I know they lose money on them. And the board was trying to raise prices. The founders of Costco said, I will literally kill you if you raise the price of these hot dogs. Like, that's what
Wow.
Costco is about. If you raise the price of hot dogs, I will literally kill you. And I was like, I love Costco. I love
Right.
Costco. Now here we are talking about it.
Right.
How good is that for marketing? How much would they have had to spend to get
Totally.
us to have this conversation in a positive light?
I completely agree. And that's going to create a good environment in the workplace that people are happy, and you're going to get other ideas, people coming in, people wanting to give back. It just creates a really healthy cycle that I think your point you're trying to make is like, and monetarily, somehow you're going to be more successful.
Arizona iced tea, we were just talking about it here, and other
Right.
people are having the same conversation all across the world about how awesome they are. What is that worth? How do you quantify that?
And it makes smart people want to go maybe work for them or help them.
Well, all right, until next week.
Peace.
Peace.